to my video tutorial. My name is Julie Kettlewell and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the UK, and today I'm going to share and show a card that I'm going to make with a new stamp set, and it's called Bloom and Grow, and it's a set of 13 stamps. They are shown smaller on the front of here because they're only shown at 70% of the size, so you can fit all the images in. They're a lovely set for colouring in, really popular set, and I'm going to do something a little bit different with them, and I'm going to emboss them today in white, and I'm going to emboss them onto crumb cake. My ladies always joke that I've got shares in crumb cake because I tend to use it a lot in my classes. So I'm working in metric. This is a piece of A4 card cut at 10.5 and then the full length of the A4, and it's scored at 14.8. And then I have another piece of crumb cake, and this is 9.5 by 13.8. I'm going to set that aside, and what I'm going to do to start with, I'm going to emboss. Now I'm going to start with the sentiment in the middle because I find it easier to work out where the middle is than to guess working in from the edges. Now I've just picked up a Versamark. I'm hoping it's got enough ink on it. So I've inked up this stamp in Versamark and I'm just looking where the middle is. Okay, and I quickly need to pop that doesn't look that wet, so let's just hope it sticks. It's not too bad. It's got a little bit of extra there. Hey, I'm doing this off the cuff. I've not made the card in advance. I actually have made a card like this. We made it a class last night, and I've left the card at home. So I have got another Versamark here. Let's see if this one's a little bit juicier. So top tip, when you're using a stamp that's quite big and the Versamark pad is quite small, I tend to take the pad to the stamp. Normally if it's a small stamp, I take the stamp to the pad. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp that facing that way. Look at that, that looks nice. Another tip, I tend to pour the powder on with the card on an angle so it can slide down the card. Hope that makes sense. Okay. And then we've just got one last one to do. So because the Versamark can dry quite quickly, I would recommend doing it this way. So stamping it, getting the powder on, stamping it again, getting the powder on, stamping it again, getting the powder on, rather than stamping all three and hoping that the Versamark stays wet enough for the powder to cling. Hope that makes sense. And then, you see, I don't think I got the wonderful quite in the middle because there looks to be a bigger gap here. Never mind, I didn't measure it. And it is off the cuff. Okay, so there we have that last one. And I'm bringing in a piece of scrap, as you can see, to pour my powder onto. Okay, and there we have the stamped images. Okay, and as you can see, I've now embossed this, and you should know it's embossed because it's shiny and it becomes a lot brighter. I have a few issues in class when ladies haven't quite embossed it properly. Okay, I love the look of the white on the crumb cake. I'm just having a slurp of my coffee. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to colour in with a blender pen. Please don't underestimate the blender pens. They are amazing to use with the ink pads. You get 3 in a pack. I've forgotten how much they are. I think they're £11 something. And this one is a brand new one. And a pack of 3 will last you for a long time. You can actually just keep using the same one for a while until you've, you know, absolutely exhausted that one. The colours I'm using are Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, Maybe I shouldn't bring all these in. Grapefruit Grove, Old Olive and Bermuda Bay. And I have got old ink pads at home. My new style are at the studio. So what I do is I squeeze the lid and the ink pad together and I get ink in the lid, if you can see there. Don't put the pen in the ink pad. And then I get ink from there. And then I'm just going to colour in the big flower with the Melon Mambo. And the ink stays in the pen and it gradually will fade out. Naturally fades out. Now if you go over the lines onto the white, it doesn't stay. It doesn't stick because it's shiny, so it won't colour in, if that makes sense. So I'm going to speed this video up now, but just before I do, I want to share with you what colours I've used for the other flowers. Okay, on my card. So the big roses, the big flowers are going to have Melon Mambo. These two at the side will have Grapefruit Grove. The small, like 4-petaled flowers, they're going to have Flirty Flamingo. The other, the little round bobbly ones are going to have Bermuda Bay, and then the leaves are going to be Old Olive. So I'm just going to colour in. When you come to change colour, you simply scribble the blender pen onto your scrap paper and remove the ink that's in there. Okay, and there we have it all coloured in. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the braided linen thread, I had to think of the name then, and tie it around the card. I do love this stuff, and I've actually left my foam pads, my dimensionals, over behind me, so I'm going to have to nip and get those in a second. Let's just go get the foam pads. And I'm going to raise this up on the foam pads because of the linen thread. I'll leave a gap for the linen thread to pass through. Hopefully it'll go through there. Okay, I need to move it over a little bit. Okay, and there we have a Bloom and Grow simple card with a lovely embossing colouring technique. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.